I just wish everything could be differently. We can change the way things go.
A vigil for a murder victim ends in a mass shooting. Now a grieving mother dealing with her own loss shares an emotional message exclusively with ABC13. Another attack at the county jail. Investigators say an inmate escaped his cell and injured two detention officers. New details on the attack and why experts say it's part of a bigger problem. Boys at Magnolia ISD schools can now have long hair after the district changes the dress code. One parent who sued the district reacts to the change. And we're all feeling the pinch of inflation, especially during the holidays, so we break down the impact the rise in prices is having on local businesses. Now at 6, new details on an attack inside a courtroom right here in Harris County.
Yeah, ABC 13's Stefania Coley is live in the newsroom with what she is learning this evening. Stefania?
Eric and Melanie, good evening to you both. Prosecutors say the defendant was showing up for a hearing to discuss his attorney's withdrawal from the case. The man was out on bond for charges relating to filing false financial instruments, nothing violent, which is why prosecutors say that this attack really came as a shock to them. We're told the man became agitated by the judge's questions, and he was then ordered to go to a holding area to hopefully calm down. We're told when the bailiff, who was a woman there in the courtroom, tried to take him to that holding area, he proceeded to attack her. We're told that two prosecutors and even the judge at one point stepped down from the bench to try and help. We're told the judge and the bailiff they were punched by this man. He was eventually brought under control by the use of a taser, but we're told that one of those shocks actually hurt one of the prosecutors there as well. So you can just imagine that this was quite a scary and violent scene there inside of the courtroom. According to prosecutors, what was also causing the confusion here, Melanie and Eric, was this man's identification as a self-proclaimed sovereign citizen. If you don't know what that means, it refers to individuals who don't really think that they're subjected to any government statuses or proceedings. So basically, they feel that they only have to be answerable to particular interpretations of their common law. Take a listen to how the prosecutor detailed how this may have agitated the entire situation.
So you could see how a lengthy conversation of that topic would interfere with the court's proceedings, and the judge couldn't tolerate that, and so he took the necessary steps to have the defendant removed to the holding cell so the court could continue with its business.
Yeah, the man in this case, Eric and Melanie, 54-year-old Joseph Catarineau, now faces 3 felony charges for assaulting a public servant. Prosecutors today also pointed to what they feel is a separate issue that they want the commissioner's court to look at, and that's whether or not there's adequate security in the courtroom, Eric and Melanie.
Stefania Coley, thank you so much. Well, a Harris County jail detention officer remains in the hospital tonight after he and a co-worker were attacked inside the jail. The deputies had gone inside an inmate holding pod when they were attacked. ABC 13's Maya Shea is live at the jail this evening to explain what happened and how it seems to be part of a disturbing rise in violence at the jail. Maya?
Yeah, the statistics obtained by ABC 13 certainly paint a concerning picture of incidents on the rise, steeply so in the Harris County Jail. And what happened last night, according to the deputies union, actually happened in a pod as these employees were going inside. And now they say both man and the woman have suffered serious injuries.
This is Jarrell Barrow, already charged with capital murder. The Harris County District Attorney's Office says he is now facing additional charges for allegedly attacking 2 detention officers in the jail overnight. Robin Foster with the Deputies Union describes the terrible injuries.
The male has a broken ankle and a broken nose. His jaw is swollen but not broken, and he has black eye. The female has swelling in her head, as well as a laceration on her head because she was struck in the head many times by the inmate.
The attack comes a week after a sergeant was sexually assaulted in the jail, and overall statistics are startling. According to Harris County Sheriff's Department's own data obtained by ABC 13, there were 9,116 assaults on inmates, assaults on staff, or fights in the 5 years from 2016 through 2020. This year alone, that number jumped to 9,928, 100 more than in previous 5 years combined. But prison experts say a major stumbling block is that data like that are not available nationwide.
Is that in this country, we don't track that level of violence, that kind of violence. We don't have the kinds of statistics and data that show whether violence is increasing or decreasing or how different facilities compare to each other.
Harris County is looking at reducing the jail population by sending some inmates to other facilities. But for now, a crowded facility and understaffing means that being a Harris County detention officer is a dangerous job.
The detention officers are forced to work 5 12-hour shifts every week. They were told this was temporary. Now they're told it's going to be permanent, and there's no end in sight unless we can get more people to help.
In Houston, Maya Shea, ABC 13, Eyewitness News.
Well, we are now hearing from a mother who held a vigil for her son that instead turned into a mass shooting on Sunday. Someone fired into the crowd, killing one woman and injuring 13 others.
It was like a nightmare. Everybody falling on the ground. I see people running behind the cars, hollering.
That is Yvonne Narcisse, who spoke exclusively to ABC 13 about what happened. She says the vigil was for her son Jamal, who was killed on December 3rd. Yvonne also tells us she was talking to 25-year-old Deisha Allen just moments before the shooting. Allen was killed. Yvonne was among the 13 people injured. Now, we are still working this story. We have a lot more in the developing details coming up at 6:30. Eric?
All right, Mel, and tonight as well, friends and family will gather for a prayer vigil in honor of missing Texas State student Jason Landry. The vigil starts at 7 p.m. at Southminster Presbyterian Church in Missouri City. A year ago, Jason Landry left school to head home to Missouri City, but he never made it. Despite several major searches of the area by ground and air, there's still no sign of what happened to the 21-year-old. And could federal COVID aid be used to help women in Harris County get abortions? A study commissioned by Harris County Judge Lena Hidalgo has a lot of people thinking it could happen, even though she says it's not even under consideration at this point. ABC 13's Pooja Lodi is live with more on the controversial memo. Pooja?
Well, Eric, today's county commissioners meeting actually started at 10 a.m. And guess what? It is still going on now. A lot of people have a lot of concerns.
This is ribald politics itself.
Both sides insist politics are in play.
With campaign season, we can expect mischaracterizations to appear just as this one.
The county judge has been a strong opponent of Senate Bill 8. And when it passed, she asked analysts to look into what could be done to support women wanting abortion services here in Harris County. This study just released today shows the county can't use local or state tax dollars to fund abortions, but can use federal funds set aside for COVID relief. The county can use local dollars for abortion-related costs, like transportation to and from clinics and out-of-state lodging.
I hope y'all save some taxpayer dollars and not move forward. Also, I think there may be an open question of whether or not doing so would violate the aiding and abetting provision of the Texas Heartbeat Act.
We stand on the side of public safety, stand on the side of health care, but it's simply a transmittal, and you know, transmittals obviously are perfectly legal.
So, of course, the big question so many people are asking, what happens next? Well, at this point, nobody has put this up as a proposal or brought anything up for a vote, but that could change. We will, of course, continue to keep you updated. Reporting live, Pooja Lodi, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
All right, Pooja, thank you for the update right there. And just last week, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that the Texas abortion law will stay in place, but abortion providers can sue in federal court. The ruling also limits who those providers can sue. Well, this comes after a state judge ruled the day before that the law violated the Texas Constitution. This comes as this U.S. Supreme Court is hearing the biggest challenge to abortion rights in decades in the form of a Mississippi law that bans abortion after 15 weeks of pregnancy.